publishing your first book. So what is, I would say, how a person can determine the concept of their book and the title of their book? This is because this is like the starting point if you want to create your own book. So what is your take on that?
Yeah, I'd say think of the topic first, the subject area you want to write on before the title. At least that's the way I approach these things. I don't think about the exact title of the book yet, but I know I want to write the JavaScript book, or I know I want to write the Git book, or maybe I want to write the book on React JS or Solid JS or Fast API or any tool, any technology, any concept, first of all. And then it should be something that you have real life experience with. It's going to be difficult if you want to write on a concept, a subject, a technology you've not used before. So pick something that you have real life experience with. Or if you don't have real life experience with it, at least before writing, it's not difficult to get real life experience. So build a lot of projects with that particular tool or that technology that you want to write about. Assuming you want to write about a language or a framework or a technology. Or if it's a concept in maybe Java, there are people that write about object-oriented programming in JavaScript or object-oriented programming in Python or functional programming and all of that. This is something that you have to be experienced in. And if you feel like, oh, I just love the idea of this topic, this tool, this concept, get some experience in it. First of all, it's going to be really helpful. You need to show people, you need to teach from your perspective and from your experience so that others can relate with you and easily understand. So once you find something that, and one way to, you can also look at what people are asking for. What do you think that was difficult for you to learn? Maybe you try to learn something and it's really difficult and you're trying to find resources on it around the internet and you're not able to find good resources on it. You struggle a lot before you learn it. That's like an opportunity to make it easier for other people, educate others on that particular subject or concept of technology. So that's a really good opportunity. If you find something difficult to understand, you can take that knowledge, that experience, you understand the places that were difficult for you, and then you take that knowledge and give it back to people and to make people understand it easier. So that's one thing. Another thing, maybe you want to write the book and you're focused on this, you're focused on maybe a trending technology, for example, you're focused on getting it out there, putting it out there in the midst of hype. Maybe there's hype around a certain technology or tool. You can also do that. You can go and spend some time learning that. So if it's something that's being talked about a lot, you can spend some time learning it and then start writing about it and share your experience and your journey with it too. That's also there. So three things that I mentioned: something you're interested in, a concept, a technology or a tool you're interested in. So a technology that was difficult for you to understand or to find resources on, and then something that a lot of people are interested in. Try to avoid writing things that something that you find out that you're the only one that's passionate about it, but then no one else cares about it. Maybe you want to write about a language that's, for example, that was used 20 years ago, but nobody uses it right now. And maybe if you're writing for the purpose of you want to help those very few people that are going to use that particular language, even if no one uses it right now, that is fine. But if your goal is to take it out there and get it to as much people as possible, then try not to write about things that you're the only person who is passionate about it and there's no other person that cares about it right now. So write about things that people are asking for. People are seeking for knowledge on a particular thing and you're helping them, you're giving them that knowledge. So that's really important. For me, the process of choosing titles was for the two books I wrote. It was after writing, or I think for the JavaScript book was halfway while writing. I started thinking about the title. For the Git book was, I think, at the end. So it's usually halfway or at the end of writing the book that I start thinking about the exact titles to use. And I write down several lists of titles I can choose from and spend a lot of time thinking about it, thinking about the title that are going to resonate. It's going to resonate with people, and when someone hears it, they're like, "Oh wow, I want to check out that book." So,
yeah, you're right, because I have seen like a lot of people, like they get confused because this is like a good advice. Start writing the book, then in the middle or in the end decide the title. And I think because when you're writing the book, then okay, what you have written, then you have like done a lot of research, spend a lot of hours on that particular topic. Maybe you have read a lot of other books that are in the market. Then like it is very easy to come up with a lot of ideas, different titles, and then you decide, rather than in the start you have not done anything and then you are like, okay, I will choose
that's the title.
it can get tricky and it can waste a lot
And
of
they never start. There are people that they get focused on. I need the perfect title before I can start writing it. They never start writing because they're just stuck at the stage of choosing the title for their book.